Hey guys, Daniel James here, and today what I'd like to do is a quick blog career update. I'm actually doing this on live stream, so if I keep looking to the side, ignore me because the chat room will be laughing at me because this is going to be a funny situation where I've been streaming for the past 4 hours and now I'm looking directly into the camera for the first time. So those of you who watched the last video where I was talking about my career for this year, last time I talked briefly about working on Terminator Genisys, and I was hinting about a project that I couldn't talk about yet, but I was flying away to to go to the launch event of, and I can finally say, so happy to say that project was Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. So for those of you who know me or have followed my career at all, my literal career ambition as a composer was to compose for Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and I finally achieved it. And this was a big deal for me because people always tell you you can't do if you have a dream, people will say, oh, dreams don't come true. And as corny and as cheesy as it is, with a bit of hard work and insane focus on one specific thing, it's achievable. And it's the amount of skills, connections, networking things I've done on the process to working on Metal Gear has launched me in so many different directions that I could never fathom. I've got work now that I managed to through connections that I managed to get on my way towards working on Metal Gear. In terms of what I worked on, I managed to do some in-game stuff. I got to work on some cutscenes for the game. I wrote the theme for Metal Gear Online. Soundtrack out now, by the way, on iTunes. Just saying, to people in the chat room and stuff. But yeah, for me, like I said, this was a career ambition, if not a life goal for me. So, I'm, as you can imagine, I'm pretty excited. I flew over to Tokyo for the launch event. Got to meet Hideo Kojima. He signed a nice copy for me. Got to meet Stephanie Houston, who plays Quiet in the game. Lovely, lovely lady. Got to hang out with Ludwig Forsell, the lead composer on the game, and he did an amazing job. Like, the bulk of the work was done by Ludwig Forsell and Justin Burnett. And those guys fucking nailed it. I came in at the last second. My credit was composer and musical sound design. So my role in the project was, like I mentioned, I composed some music, and I also did musical sound design. And, those of you who know that, my Project Alpha and Project Bravo sample libraries, musical sound design is me taking random instruments and then turning them into musical instruments. So hitting a washing machine, for a boom, and then sound designing it into something useful. So I flew over to Konami in October last year, and I had a whole Foley, I guess you could call it, sound recording session over there. We were recording in their Foley room all these metals and wood sounds and scrapes and bangs, and then I brought those back to Battle England, and I started turning them into sound design. And then when that was done, I delivered that to the team, and then the composers used that in their work to write their music. So even though I wrote the smallest amount of music between the composers, my sounds are throughout the score. So I've played the game through already because I'm a Metal Gear nerd anyway, but I got to hear my sound design all over the place. So for me, it was a very exciting experience. And as you can tell, I'm quite pumped up by the whole thing. So yeah, like I said, in terms of the last video, I was talking about my career. As you can see, my progression has taken a very large step in the past year. And, I'm planning to continue that momentum into the future. I've got some projects I can't talk about yet that are on par with what I've just, Terminator and Metal Gear. So that, yeah, I can't tell you, I can't give you clues to what it is, but I can say it's, in terms of, popularity, it's on the same kind of scale. So, I've got lots of things coming up. But also something I wanted to mention in this blog update is right now, in the next 5 minutes, as, I've got a chat room here watching me do this. What I'm going to be doing live is my next few beginner series videos. I'm going to be explaining, from the very basics, how to get into what I do. you know, I've achieved my career ambition, so I'm more than happy to share all the secrets because, you know, like some people just want to watch the world burn. I'm going to make an entire race of epic composers who can do what I do as well as I do, and then we'll all compete so that then we can just push the medium forward, because people will be trying shit that I will never think of. But it all starts with what is a DAW. So that's where I'm going to be starting in a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to do this blog update for you guys today, you know, because I needed to share that excitement with you, because I know some of you have been following me from the very beginning, you know, when I had like 10 YouTube subscribers. I know some of you are still watching, and, you know, I think we just surpassed 16,000 subscribers, and, you know, now we're working on, I mean, if you go back to my first video when I'm working, I think, on a Mega Man fan film, and on that fan film, I do like these blogs where I'm very nervous to be on camera, and I'm talking about themes and all these things. Like I mentioned in the last video, things I thought were correct that were completely incorrect. And, you know, what is it, like 5 years later, and we're working on Hollywood movies and AAA video games. You know, it's quite a journey, and, you know, I'm really grateful to those of you who have followed me on it up to this point. And I'm hoping to like I say, keep that momentum going. And now that I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, I'm more than happy to share everything with you guys as a way of saying thank you. So, you know, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed already, you know, hit the subscribe button. I will put the link to the live stream down in the description box at the bottom, so you guys can watch the awkwardness of me doing this live. Because like I say, there's people watching me do this, and it's awkward because I can see that they're typing in the chat room there, but I'm looking at you guys because you guys are on YouTube, but you guys are on Twitch. Anyway, thanks guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.